Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Bebop here. I pulled this footage off my stream, so maybe the clarity isn't as good as if I fully recorded it 1080p off my computer, but bear with me. I want to show you how my stream kind of works. If you're interested in stopping by, I stream every day live on Twitch. This is footage from the beta where I go over all the crafting stations. I do go over owning a home, the trophies and whatnot at the end. So stay tuned. I'll do the trading post in a different video, and I'll actually, in that same video, go over crafting. I'll get on my main account, craft some gear, so you can see how that works. I will also demonstrate taking trophies down off the wall, putting them back up, depending on what you're crafting and depending on what you're about to go fight. So, all right, enjoy the video. These are basically where you would take rawhide and you can make higher level leathers, and they'll unlock as you get higher rank. And eventually you'll have the prismatic leathers that you'll need to be able to craft the top rated gear in the game. Same thing over here. You have stuff that will take hemp that you find in the world, level it up so you can get prismatic cloth eventually. This is the outfitting station where you can use, a lot of people will use this early on. And when you delete gear from, let's say, Amrine or whatnot, you will get armor scraps that will level up your armoring. So feel free to use those, but as you rank up, you're going to see a lot of clothing that you can craft here. You just have to have the right mats. And let's say you're trying to craft something and you don't know what other mats you can use instead of linen. You uncheck owned, and that will show you everything that you can use to craft whatever that is. Okay, it'll give you a whole list of stuff. But if you only want to see what you own so you can craft, then there you go. And then you have Azal Salt that you can add to enhance for attributes, a chance to enhance attributes. And you got, you know, mods and craft mods you can select, whatever you want to do. Now, if you scroll down, you can also craft bags. These will be selling fast at the very beginning of the game. If people can come in here with armoring buff, I forget which class it is that starts off at 50 armoring. But if you can come in here and start crafting some good bags and selling them, a lot of people will use that because they will help and carry the weight. You'll increase your weight that you can carry right here. And I have one bag already, and this bag has extra pockets, which is really good. Adds 53 pounds of more weight I can carry. And there's a second slot. They open pretty quickly. I think about 30 you get the second slot, so people will be looking for those quick. You can also do some stone crafting. Basically, you take regular gems, you turn them into flawed or, you know, higher. You got to rank it up, of course. And you can craft rings, amulets, earrings early on if you want to. And you'll need silver to create the hooks, the trinkets, and all that good stuff. For PvP, if you want to craft oak flesh bombs, increases absorption of physical damage types by 10% for 20 seconds until damage is received 6 times. Those are really good in PvP to help you, absorb more damage. And as you do more of the excavations, the dungeons, you will get materia. So I already have 1,080, and this would be 200 materia if I wanted to craft one of these. And I would have to have my jewel crafting level 1. It's currently level 0. And then as you move up, you can craft better gems that are going to have different, abilities. So basically 10% damage against, 10% damage against and 2+ healing to targets below 50% health. If you put it in your clothes, you'll get thrust damage absorption. So it's different from putting it in your weapon to your clothing. And you just go right on down the list and you'll be able to make better and better stuff. Okay, and that's for armoring and jewel crafting up here. On the top right, you'll see jewel crafting and you'll see armoring. So now if we go to the other area, make sure you always grab these blue papers when you're ranking up because they will give you XP. I'm max rank, so I'm not going to get any. But it's usually anywhere from 100 to 200 in this area. Now, if we go over here, you have your storage, you have your stone cutting. Stone cutting, you're going to be able to take your stone blocks, rank them up. You can create, trial orbs or whatnot. All this would be later in game content. You'll figure it out when you get there. see, wood workshop. This is going to be engineering and furnishing. So engineering, you're going to be able to craft some weapons early on. If you want to craft weapons and sell them, you can rank this up. The bow and spear class come with 50 engineering, already ready to go. Also 50 woodworking and 50 logging. So if you want to go ahead and start crafting weapons early and not the bags, you go ahead and pick the spear and bow class. And then so you can come in here. Once you get steel ingots, like I said, you can uncheck owned if you want to see what all you can make it with. You can get lumber, and then boom, go ahead and pick your perk, see what craft mod you had, maybe check the store, craft one of these, start selling those early if you want. And you can start crafting tools. A lot of people are going to be wanting better tools starting off, all right? Because when you have flint tools, these things take forever to, you know, mine ores or trees or whatnot. So you could definitely start off crafting better better pickaxes and whatnot, iron, and then you go to steel, and then you can go to, what is it, star metal after that, once you unlock it. So eventually you'll be able to make furniture, you'll be able to make trophies with furnishing. You have the trophies that help you do more damage to certain enemy types, and you need to own homes. You can own up to 3 homes, and you put these trophies in your home, and then you can do up to, you know, you just times it by 3, so 9% damage with these. And it's it might seem a little complicated at first, but it's pretty simplistic once you get in here. Here are the star metal ones. So this, you would have to be engineering level 100. So you're already starting off at 50. If you can get in and craft some, you know, iron and steel tools and weapons, and go ahead and get that engineering up to level 100 and start off with star metal and be one of the first people to start selling star metal, you know, harvesting sickles and whatnot, you'll be able to sell those really good, really fast. Then you have the woodworking station. You have timber. And okay, so this is what I was explaining to people yesterday. Now, when you go to these crafting stations, you see this first time bonus up here? It's a ×3 bonus. So if I was to only craft one one timber, this 132 woodworking would go down by 3 times, and that's what you would get per. So you really want to stack up a lot of green wood and then take advantage of this first crafting bonus, so you can make sure you get all the points that you can to rank up to the next one. So I'll show you. So right here, if I have the first craft bonus, it's 132 woodworking. Let me craft 1. All right, now if I want to continue crafting, it goes down to 44. So almost 100 points or whatnot, 90 some points, whatever it is, less per item. And that never comes back, by the way. So you want to make sure you take advantage of that. So what I'd like to do is stack up a lot of green wood early, and then boom, hit that first crafting bonus and go ahead and get you the extra XP and whatnot. All right, so I have the first craft bonus available here. Got 116 iron ingots, and I can go ahead and take advantage of that. And it ranked it up to level 19. So it can jump you up a lot. So I would say stack up a couple hundred or more of iron, and then take advantage of that first crafting bonus. Same thing here. Charcoal, it's going to take green wood. You got the first craft bonus. Take advantage of those things. But the smelting is going to be all your ores, your iron ore, star metal ore, orichalcum ore, you know, that kind of stuff. You're going to rank it up. So, and as you mine ore, you're going to get these out of it every now and then. And these will help rank up your mining also. And you can get things from the faction vendor that's going to also rank up your mining and any trade skill you need to see. Your mining, your fishing, your logging, your harvesting, and skinning. So when you break down weapons, you also get those armor scraps. Don't forget to hit those. And this is the forge station, where it is going to be engineering, it's going to be armoring, and weaponsmithing. So some engineering weapons will be over here in the forge. Some engineering weapons will be over in the workshop.
Thanks for the follow. Now let's go. Speed run.
Thanks for the follow, Geety Mac. So some of the engineering ones that are going to be over here are going to be spear, greatsword, that kind of stuff. The range ones, I believe, are the musket, blunderbuss, that kind of stuff will be over in the workshop. So you're going to be able to create weapons over here also. So if you want to get in and start making better swords, because people might want to start using that new ability with a sword and they want a good sword, you can do that. And once you run Amrine a few times, you can build up some materia. You can get this right here, and it's got enchanted on it. You can just go ahead and craft it. And now I got that spear with a thrust damage against targets affected by crowd control is enhanced by 12%, so I'm going to be doing more damage to any enemies that are stunned, rooted, or slowed. So when the hammer goes off and slows them, then boom, I'm doing more damage. So that's it in a nutshell. Those are pretty much all the crafting stations. You can also own homes. Now, if you want to own a home, you got to be a certain level in the area. So for basically a brand new home, a $5,000 home is going to be free for you because you get 5,000 off your first home in the game. So your first home will be free. Your 10,000 coin home will be 5,000. Your 15,000 will be 10, and your 20 will be 15. All right, so this is my home. Which is very simple. One floor. Don't need anything fancy starting off. You press E, and you're going to be able to attach stuff on the wall. So you'll pick up these while you're ranking up around the map. And these are combat trophies. And they're going to add 3% damage to ancient enemies. So boom, you want to put that up. You could put up to 5 trophies. See, this one is lost. So I can put this up, and that's going to give me 3% damage to lost enemies. And I can put this rum thing here. So when I get home, if I want to drink some rum, I got it right there. As long as you're above the age. And then I got my dog Rex right there. I got this unsettling note. I mean, just stuff you can put anywhere, y'all. I mean, that's simple. So some people get real fancy with their homes, and some people don't. But really what the homes are for buffs. So trophy buffs. And you can have one for luck. You can have one for fishing, for combat. There's trophies for armoring. There's trophies for all the crafting. You're going to need the major trophies down the road to enhance the gear score level of whatever you're crafting. So a lot of these are low gear score. When you get into higher crafting, to get the trophies, to get the level 700 to 725 weapons or whatnot, you'll have to have the major armoring and all that stuff. And those things get so expensive. So another reason why engineering and furnishing would be nice to have together, but with this class, you only get the engineering. I don't know if there's one that does furnishing up to 50, and I'm not sure how important that would be. That might be to sell trophies right off rip. Furnishing is such a bitch to level. It is. It sucks. But if you can be one of the first people selling blue trophies, you're going to sell a lot of them. But then again, you're going to have to be one of the first people to do it. But a lot of people will probably be just fine with the green ones. People like myself, I'll be just fine with the green ones. I'm not trying to buy a jack until late game. And that's where a lot of people go wrong, trying to buy too much stuff too early on. I've ranked up 6 different characters. One was a hardcore Iron Man character recently in February of 2024. That means you cannot use the marketplace, and if he died, you had to delete the character. So I went through it just fine without using the marketplace. So you don't need to spend money on all the coatings or the weapons. The game's going to give you a lot of the weapons and all the health potions you need. And you don't want to waste weapons on blue or money on blue trophies or anything like that. Wait till the very end game, and you can survive with blue trophies just fine. Basically, you're missing out 1% to going from the blue trophies to the majors, but the price is huge. So the blue trophies usually, let's say, sell around like 1,500 to do 4% damage per enemy type. And then the majors sell for 15,000 to 20,000. Now, if you times that by 3, because you got 3 homes, and 1% times 3 is obviously 3. Well, it's 3% damage you miss per enemy type, but really only a few people need that in late game, and that's hardcore PvEers. Don't waste money on major trophies, people. I'll come out with a video of what not to waste money on, how you should go about things. So I'm going to be ranking up another character and just kind of going over everything from the beginning here soon. So stay tuned to those videos. Hopefully you got something, you learned something from this video. I will be going more in depth into crafting here soon. so I can show you the food you need, the trophies, switching them in and out. Stay tuned, and I'll see you all then. Later.